I welcome you to the channel which explores various issues benefiting students, faculty, and industry professionals. I am Professor Jitesh Thakkar, Dean Academics and Professor Logistics and Supply Chain Management at Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, Central University, India's first and only university in transportation logistics sector. Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya is established by Ministry of Railways, Government of India to contribute to the larger ecosystem of transportation and logistics in India and enhance the efficiency of multimodal logistics covering all the modes of transport, rail, road, water, aviation, ports and shipping, and see that India can reduce its logistics cost significantly. Faculty and student development is a multifaceted agenda which requires discussion and grooming on various issues within the broader domain of teaching, learning, and experiential learning, that is, learning by doing, action oriented learning. The aim of this platform is to address how faculty and student can respond to evolving educational needs and challenges in interdisciplinary environment specifically described by National Education Policy NEP 2020, and they can really add to the efficiency of higher education system. This platform provides the content to ensure 360-degree development of the most important entities of higher education system, that is faculty and student, by covering various issues such as enhanced teaching effectiveness through improved pedagogical skills, that is improved teaching methods, innovative teaching methods, classroom management techniques, student engagement strategies, utilizing digital platforms, foster critical thinking, and so on. The second objective is to promote research excellence and productivity by providing training in research methodologies, data analysis, and technical writing. And third, enhance experience learning through projects, internships, and exposure to real-world problems. This platform explores critical dimensions of faculty and student development for enhancing the capability of most important stakeholders of higher education system, faculty and students. Let's explore a very important topic and the issue in this particular video, and this video exchanges the views on 17 years young at university, aspirations and role of faculty mentoring. A student comes to the university at the age of 17, loaded with lots of expectations, leaving the home and trying to explore the future, trying to explore various aspirations. And this is something where he experiences a critical juncture, and in order to meet these aspirations and really take his journey forward in the preferred direction, the role of faculty mentor becomes extremely critical. So if you see the challenge involved, then transition to university life can be really daunting for any student. But it presents unique challenges for those who join typically at the age of 17, and they have a long life to go, and they have ample opportunity to set their objectives, to realize their aspirations. So these young entrants often find themselves navigating academic rigor, social dynamics, and personal development challenges simultaneously. If we just look at the challenges faced, most critical challenges faced by 17 years old universities entrant, then the first one is academic pressure and competition. When you enter into university, you are loaded with lots of academic expectations. You have to perform your academic activities within the academic regulations, and the learning expectations are at much higher level. If I just describe in terms of the Bloom's taxonomy, then it is much at the higher level where you have to not only remember, but you have to generate, you have to synthesize, you have to analyze and create some new solutions. The second is social integration and peer relationships. So students, they come from typically in India, where there is a significant diversity in the culture, geographical diversity, and the norms from which they are, societal norms from which they are coming. Many a times they find it little bit difficult to manage this transition. So social integration and peer relationship is the second most critical challenge for the 17 years young. Rather than saying them old, I would say young, because they are full of enthusiasm, they are loaded with energy and aspirations, and this is the second challenge they face. The third challenge is homesickness and emotional well-being. We cannot absolutely ignore this part. Typically, in today's context, when the families are nuclear, students are staying with their parents before coming to university or higher education institution, and they are mainly staying in the nuclear family where limited number of family members are there, and many a times they have to manage their time on their own because both parents, husband and wife, they are going for their professional engagement or a job. The fourth important challenge the 17 years young they face when they enter into the university environment is identify and form and socially discover the new norms. So typically it is about their identity. How do they form their identities? They have lived in a quite homogeneous environment in their typical setting and culture at their place. And when they come to the university where the cultural diversity exists, and many a times students they come from the rural background, and there they really have to form a new identity and undergo a typical process of self discovery. The fifth challenge is career exploration and decision making. So, when you choose a particular line or discipline in the university, you are, let us say, entering into the BTech or typically engineering program or maybe the medicine, and then you have a challenge to explore the future career opportunities and navigate your journey in the desired direction. So, this early entry to university or higher education institution presents immense opportunities when there are certain challenges, and with proper guidance and support, the students can leverage their youth to excel academically, develop leadership skills, and embark on fulfilling their career paths and dreams. So I strongly emphasize that this video is very important for all the three important stakeholders: students, entering at the age of 17 in the university, faculty who has to provide a very sound and matured faculty mentoring to help students to set the future direction and aspire for their dreams. And number three, parents who should also understand that what kind of transition student is facing when they are entering into the university or higher education institution. Let's look at a couple of opportunities. Then, when student enters into the higher education system, university at the early age, that is 17 years, he or she receives a very early exposure to advanced knowledge and research. University is a hub where a lot of research activities, projects are taking place, and students get an opportunity to be a part of this ecosystem. The second opportunity is extended time for skill development and internships. Today, there is a strong emphasis on skill development and internships as a part of NEP 2020. So, we want our students to be industry ready. We want our students to contribute after completing their studies directly to the various roles in the industry and see that they really add value to the economic development of the nation. And this is something where they have lots of opportunity to explore within the boundary of university system through internships, real life problem solving, and they spend extended time in the university. The third one is greater flexibility in career exploration and pivoting. So again, I would like to cite our new education policy, which puts a lot of emphasis on flexibility. So university offers different buckets in the interdisciplinary environment, and student has lots of freedom to choose their courses, their preferences from these buckets, and see that through this flexibility, they can really leverage their career in the preferred direction. Fourth dimension and the opportunity for the students in higher education system is to explore the potential for accelerated academic progress. Today, higher education institutions and university, they operate with credit-based system, and this provides students an excellent opportunity to even put their academic journey on the accelerated path by taking more credits or having the credits in the preferred directions. The fifth opportunity is enhanced personal growth and self-awareness. When you enter into the university, it's altogether a new world for you. You meet the mature mindsets, you meet highly accomplished researchers, you meet the students coming from different regions of the country, and your self-discovery starts. You develop a greater self-awareness. Who am I? How I want to go ahead in my life? What are the career objectives? What is the kind of discipline that I would need if I have to really grow well in a particular profession? This is all about creating the self-awareness and moving yourself from the state of dependence to independence, and then subsequently interdependence, where you can create the synergy through teamwork. Let's look at how student can really meet their aspirations in this 21st century and NEP era, and what is the role of faculty mentoring. Faculty mentoring plays a significant role in shaping the lives of young university students. Mentors provide academic guidance, career counseling, personal support to see that to foster a sense of belonging and encouraging the students to reach their full potential. Let's see typically who is a faculty mentor. So, faculty mentor facilitates the students in academic and career planning, including backlog courses. Many a times they have some backlog courses, internship, career counseling, and overall development. What to do, what not to do, how to decide your overall portfolio of extracurricular activity, co-curricular activity, the subjects to be taken in each semester, and so on. Faculty mentor acts as a local guardian and counsel the students on various matters. Many a times, students they go through their life transition, they have various personal academic issues, and that is where faculty mentor really acts as a local guardian. Third, typically, if we see the faculty mentor and criticality of its role, then faculty mentor handles one particular batch and facilitate the students of that particular batch throughout their academic journey from first year to last year at the university till they graduate. So in this way, faculty mentor can observe, can establish a kind of rapport and personal relationship with the students and see them growing in the academic ecosystem, provide the necessary intervention as and when required, counseling as and when required, and see that student really grow well in the university academic system. And when they leave the university, they are really mature and highly productive for the society and the industry at large. Let us look at key aspects of faculty mentoring. So, as I mentioned, that academic guidance is one of the most important pillar where mentor assists with course selection, research opportunities, and academic goal setting. Many a times, student they have difficulty which course to take first, how many credits to take, what could be the adequate academic load, teaching learning load for them, and this is something where mentor through personal discussion, counseling, and knowing the strengths of the student can really advise well. The second is career counseling. Many a times we just try to put all the students in one single bucket when it comes to career counseling because there are various job roles. If you look at typical industry, then they have manufacturing, they have quality control, they have sales, they have marketing, they have maintenance, various functions, administration. So many a times we have to really differentiate the student in terms of their skills, preferences, and personality traits as a faculty mentor and see that they really feel aspire for those traits which their strengths and competencies lies. The third is personal support. So mentor offer a listening ear, extremely important. You have to be a very good listener and offer your ear when student comes to you to understand his problem, to understand his strengths, to realize his aspirations, and then navigate the student through a proper desired journey in his or her life. Emotional support as a part of personal support is now becoming extremely important. Students, many a times they are not able to express their emotional needs, but they look for somebody in the higher education system, university, institution, where they exchange their emotions on certain matters that may be their peer-to-peer interaction, relationship, their academic matter, sometimes maybe there are some personal issues, and this emotional support is to be provided by the faculty mentor. Certainly, Everyone needs encouragement, motivation, and specifically 17 years old entering into the system and spending 4 years into the academic environment requires continuous encouragement and motivation to overcome many challenges which he or she face in the challenging academic environment. Networking, yes, this is something where even a faculty mentor has a very critical role to play, and mentor connects students with valuable contacts and resources. All the time, it's not possible for the mentor to really provide a shape to the career professional path of the student, but yes, you can provide an enabling environment. You can connect the student as a mentor with the important contacts who can really help him for various projects, industry exposures, maybe to understand some of the new dimensions in the particular domain, and also to have appropriate selection of the activities in the universities. So once again, I am just summarizing. There are 5 important roles of a faculty mentor. Number 1 is the academic guidance. Number 2 is career counseling. Number 3 is personal support. And most important in today's context is emotional support. Number 4 is role modeling, where you act as a role model. Mentor exemplify the professionalism through perfection, through discipline, through critical values. Mentor or faculty believes in ethical conduct and passion for learning. And fifth, networking. Mentor provides an appropriate platform context where student can unfold their journey further. There are various benefits of faculty mentoring for 17 years young student in the university. Number 1, smooth transition to university life, because you have constant support of faculty mentor. Enhance academic performance and engagement. You are not alone in your journey. You have the professional guidance available. Increase self-confidence and motivation. You have continuous support and motivation available of your faculty mentor, and that acts as a catalyst. Improved social integration and peer relationship, clear understanding of career options and goals, and greater likelihood of pursuing advanced studies or research by exploring your preferred areas, your preferred domains with the support of faculty mentor. Let's delve deeper into the subject of 17 years old at university, aspiration and role of faculty mentor within the context of Indian higher education system. What are the expanding challenges for the 17 years young entering into the university? Number 1 is social emotional maturity. So as I mentioned, that the student is entering into the system and coming from altogether a different background, nuclear family, and he or she experiences lot of social emotional challenges. And this is something where he needs a strong support from the faculty mentor, and there is also a constant pressure to fit in. And this fit-in pressure to the higher education need requires a kind of orientation and the support from the university. The second one is parental expectation and pressure. This is really sometimes killing the energy of the youth and their motivation in the life. So Indian families have very high expectation for their children, and this creates tremendous academic pressure on the mind of the students, and they are really not able to come out with their true potential in performing their academic journey. So when the student is loaded with too much of emotional and family pressure, then many a times I've seen that student would regress rather than progress and feel really suffocated in his or her academic journey. Third is lack of life skills. So you have put all your energy during the school time before coming to university in studies, acquiring a seat in the good institution, and this might have taxed your bandwidth for developing some of the life skills. So many times you need to really be very much, say, uh, good in some of the life skills like time management, yeah, like your budgeting, because you will be spending on various avenues, your fees, tuition fees, and the studies expenditure and hostel expenditure, mass expenditure, and so on. So budgeting, yes, sometimes if you are staying outside the university campus, then you need to have cooking skills and basic self-care. So this is also a kind of transition where you really need to develop some of the life skills if you are lacking before coming to the university environment. The fourth one is navigating a diverse campus. So Indian universities are increasingly diverse with students from different background, culture, and typically socio-economic strata. They come all together from different socio-economic strata. Somebody might be coming from a poor background, somebody might be from a middle class, higher middle class, or rich class. And when you are exposed to this highly diverse kind of socio-economic strata, then you may experience some internal pressure, and that is where students really need the support of faculty mentor, university, and their own self-discovery to adjust themselves within this diverse university environment. After transition, so you were more into the structured environment where in the school, your teachers and the kind of curriculum which was designed was giving you all sorts of instructions and all sorts of structured way to learn. But when you enter into university, it is expected that with some inputs provided by the faculty on your own, you explore many more other opportunities. So here you cannot expect in the university environment, in the higher education environment, all the things to be provided like school in the highly structured manner. You have to explore, you have to undertake many scenario analysis, you have to undertake data driven exercises, you have to conduct the experimentation and explore on your own with some of the basic inputs provided by the faculty. So it's again a great transition from the structured environment to, say, little unstructured environment of learning in the university system. There are various opportunities we discuss. If we just quickly elaborate on these opportunities, then you have a longer academic trajectory, and this gives you an opportunity to explore different disciplines, pursue double majors, minors, engaging into research activities, extracurricular activities, and shape your personality and future. The second one is early career exploration and knowledge. Yes, you have entered into a typical engineering program of 4 year at the age of 17, and then through research, through interaction with the various matured entities, faculty, researchers, PhD scholars in the university environment, you can do the networking and explore your future opportunities. The third very important dimension I would like to elaborate is developing resilience and independence. So as I mentioned that you are migrating from a highly structured environment to an unstructured or partially structured environment of the university where you really need to navigate your path. There is not one path fitting to all. And students, they discover their own journey when they go through their academic, say, progression in the university system. So you have to really develop resilience and independence, self-reliance. These are some of the valuable traits for success. Because when you will complete your graduation or post-graduation and enter into the job market or industry, then it is expected that you take the lead and perform your task or perform your duties independently. And that is something where some of the important traits you have developed through internship, through projects, through independent work during the university stay and your educational journey in the university, like resilience and independence, helps you a lot. Then the fourth one is potential for accelerated learning. I discussed you can take more number of credits, and you can also explore the new avenues and put your journey on the accelerated path. And fifth is early exposure to research and innovation, which is altogether a unique dimension of higher education system. If we deepen our understanding on faculty mentoring, that is the backbone for the student to meet their aspirations, dream, and execute their academic journey in the highly professional way, then the role of faculty mentor goes beyond academic advising. When the academic advising about course selection, how to clear the backlog course, how to do your semester planning is the most basic fundamental aspect of faculty mentoring. It goes beyond the academic advising. So faculty mentor, they act as a role model, providing guidance on personal development, emotional touch, and so on, creating a safe and supporting environment for the student, because each student coming from a different background has a different kind of emotional requirement, and you need to see that student feel most comfortable in your role as a faculty mentor. The third important dimension of a faculty mentorship is facilitating peer monitoring and peer mentoring. So you are monitored by your peers. They are observing your academic journey, your academic performance. And because faculty mentor is guiding, is mentoring many students in a particular batch, he knows what are the strengths and weaknesses of the students, and he can provide even the peer mentoring, which is a very important concept now evolving in the higher education system, where you can learn better through your peers. So that is another role for a faculty mentor, where he can connect you with the appropriate student and provide the peer mentoring. The fourth one is mentoring as a two-way street. So mentoring is not just about mentor imparting knowledge. If I am faculty mentor, not every time necessary that I impart the knowledge to my student. It is also a learning experience for the mentor, because a student would come to me with different kind of expectations, different kind of challenges they are facing, the kind of perspectives they are developing, and it is a highly interesting role for a faculty to contribute in the role of a faculty mentor, because it is a two-way street, two-way learning. And you can really unfold many dimensions of the student life, and then you really integrate them with your pedagogical approach, how you can provide the experiential learning, how you can structure and design your courses to overcome those challenges. So when you are acting as a faculty mentor, it provides you an excellent input for even crafting your teaching pedagogy. Formalizing mentoring program. Yes, many universities now in India, higher education system, consider formalizing mentor program. They allocate the faculty mentor with specific objectives and support mechanism, and A particular batch, right from the entry to exit, is mentored by a particular faculty mentor. Addressing cultural nuances. So, as I mentioned, Indian context, there is huge diversity. If you go from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and if you move from West Bengal, Odisha to Gujarat, lot of cultural diversity is there. And this is something where even it's quite fascinating for faculty mentor to learn about different culture and synthesize them for the benefit of the student. Focus on holistic development. There is a strong emphasis in NEP on the physical development and the sports activity. So it's absolutely not about academic planning. You have broadly three broader buckets where you have to manage or you have to really ensure the 360-degree development of your student as a faculty mentor. Bucket number one is the academic portfolio. Bucket number two is the sports extracurricular activities. And bucket number three, co-curricular activities, which facilitates and enriches the academic experiences. So you have core academic activity, you have extracurricular activity, including sports, and you have co-curricular activity. And I would strongly emphasize on the correlation that has been proven in the research that the engagement in the sports and physical activity has a very, very positive impact on the cognitive abilities of the learner. And you must see that how student can really ensure the 360-degree development by engaging themselves into the academic activity, extracurricular activity, and co-curricular activity, where simultaneously cognitive development, creativity, and ability to synthesize better, they can develop and become really independent when they graduate and be ready for the job opportunities, job assignments, and independent assignments in their career. So there are specific recommendations for Indian higher education institutes when it comes to meeting the aspirations of 17 years young and providing the faculty mentoring. So number one is to schedule the pre-orientation program. So conduct highly specialized and customized pre-orientation program for 17 years young student entering into the system and sensitize them not only about the academic system but the 360-degree holistic development they should look for during your long tenure at the university. Provide dedicated counselors. Yes, now this has become a norm because students, they have many emotional needs to be catered, and many a times they go through different kind of psychological stresses. So yes, providing a counseling support is another pillar of ensuring the enabling environment for 17 years young in the university. The third is life skills workshops. Yes, many a times students are lacking some of the life skills, like I mentioned, time management, budgeting, stress management, communication skill, and they can really attend some of the workshop in the university and improve upon their life skill management. The another one is early engagement with career services. Encourage early engagement with career services through workshops, seminars, individual counseling. Promote extracurricular activity, as I mentioned, that helps students to develop a creative mindset, helps in developing the cognitive abilities, and most importantly, they learn to operate in the team, which is the norm of today, and contribute as per their unique strengths and specialities. So by addressing these points, Indian higher education institution can create a more supportive, matured and enabling environment for a 17-year young entering into the university. Let us see, before we close, a critical note on the role of faculty mentoring. for shaping students' future in higher education system. And faculty mentoring, as repeatedly I mentioned, is a creative task. It's a two-way learning, helps even faculty in crafting interesting teaching pedagogy while they are supporting the student, and they must undertake the various aspects of faculty mentoring like academic guidance, career development, personal support, role modeling in a very enthusiastic manner. There are certain critical considerations and challenges we must understand, appreciate, and find reasonable solutions for these in higher education system. So first is uneven access and quality. So mentoring is often informal and ad hoc, leading to uneven access for students. And many a times there are introvert students, there are extrovert students, and students they even hesitate in going to mentor. And mentor also has to manage sometimes the entire batch of 30 or 60 students. So maybe if a mentor is offered a reasonable number of students, then more one-to-one relationship can be established, and this issue of uneven mentoring and quality of mentoring can be addressed. Power dynamics and bias, that is another issue when it comes to mentoring and some of the critical challenge. So the inherent power imbalance between faculty and student can create a challenge. So yes, faculty in general, they are a good facilitator, but students sometimes they carry a pseudo fear that faculty has the power to grade them and evaluate them, and they may not like to expose their problems or challenges they are facing, and they feel shy. So here it's an interesting and highly challenging job for a faculty mentor to provide conducive environment where student can open up and really exchange their problems and the challenges they are facing in the conducive environment. Third is time constraint and workload. Yes, faculty, they have to undertake various tasks like executing the project, teaching a couple of courses in the semester, guiding the PhD student and research, conducting the executive training program, performing the administrative tasks, conducting the exams, and various other things. So within this, even it's a great challenge for the faculty to see how they can find a common slot for the interaction and provide adequate time for faculty mentoring. So these are a couple of challenges that really can be tackled very effectively as a part of faculty mentoring and ensure that we can provide a conducive environment to our student. There are certain recommendations as a part of just summarizing and concluding this talk. Formalize faculty mentoring, provide training support for mentors, even they do need the training support. Recognize and reward mentor contributions. Many a times say this goes unnoticed. We recognize and reward research of the faculty. We recognize and reward teaching feedback of the faculty. But many a times it goes unnoticed how much amount of effort they are putting in faculty mentoring and really helping the student to shape their career, their future, and this can even be formalized faculty mentoring recognition as a part of our education system. Promote diverse mentoring models. So there are variety of mentoring models, approaches like mentoring or group mentoring and online mentoring, one-to-one mentoring. So you have to select the mentoring model judicially to see the trade-off between the time available with you as a faculty and time you can really devote effectively in your role as a faculty mentor. Establish clear expectations and communication to make your students comfortable in the faculty mentoring, and evaluate and improve mentoring programs. So how the programs really are working effectively, and whatever faculty mentoring programs university has launched, whether they are really providing adequate support to the student or not through feedback mechanism that also can be ensured. So why faculty mentoring is highly critical in today's social context, we have discussed at large. So there are various challenges navigating an increasing complexing world. You are using as a student and faculty both various technological platforms. We are highly connected in the social media, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and many more. And really we are living with highly complex mechanism where we need to direct our journey in the most efficient and effective manner. So there are global interconnectedness within your network, there are complex societal challenges and so on. Supporting student well-being and success. So one of the important dimension is increased mental health concerns. So many students, they feel depressed, they undergo psychological stress for variety of reasons, their inability to manage time or too much exposure to social media and technology and gadgets and many more issues, or something has gone wrong in the family. So they need some mental support, and mental health is a big concern. Diverse student population, as I discussed, blurred boundaries between personal and professional life. So many a times you are into the university environment, professional environment, and your personal life and professional life becomes highly blurred when you are living within the university campus, living in the hostel, living in the community. Then that is something where you really need an appropriate support to manage your journey. Preparing students for a job market, the changing job market where the skills are given the topmost priority. And it is also the role of faculty mentor to see that how your student can bridge the skill gap by undertaking various certificate programs, by going through various experiential learning exercises, internship projects, and so on. And last, most important element to foster is the ethical and responsible leadership. So student, when they will go to the society after completing their studies, job market, they would need these dimensions throughout their life. So let education not to prepare the student for the present today's challenges, but let it prepare the student for lifelong challenges they have to face. So this is something where ethical and responsible leadership has a very, very critical role to play. So when I say ethical dilemmas, so today's society faces numerous ethical dilemmas related to technology, business, social issues, and mentor can help the student to really develop a preferred way of thinking, mental model to address these challenges in the future. When you look at the social responsibility, so sustainability is one of the important dimensions, and how to operate in your life with a socially responsible behavior and encourage students to engage in community services. So these are some of the dimensions where faculty mentor has a very, very critical role, expanding role, challenging role to perform. And this really makes faculty mentoring highly, highly rewarding, critical, and challenging in today's context where my 17 years young entering into the university is loaded with significant aspirations, motivations, hope, and dreams for the future. So, to conclude, faculty mentoring is not just an added responsibility or a benefit to the student, but it is a necessity. And by providing guidance, support, inspiration, mentor play a crucial role, not only crafting the future of a student, but crafting the future of society and nation at large. So, to end and brief about my university, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya is India's first and only university in the domain of transportation and logistics, supporting the developments in all modes of transport, rail, road, water, aviation, ports, and shipping, to see that India can really evolve a sound and effective multimodal logistics ecosystem and provide a highly competitive platform to manufacturing and service industry in the nation. In line with the vision, industry-driven and innovation-led university, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya has signed various important MOUs, collaborations with the leading industries like Airbus, Nippon Koi, Nokia, Siemens, Jacob, Plaza, Railtel, and others. And this provides students an ample opportunity to work closely with the industry, engage into different kind of internship and the real life projects and derive more and more exposure. Thank you for your interest in learning the various dimensions of faculty and student development. We will keep exploring more issues through this platform for the benefit of most critical entity in the educational system, that is faculty and student.